Hello. Well, it's Saturday and it's a bit of a hit and miss day today out there. Sunny 1 minute and cloudy and then rain, so it opens. But I thought I'd just give you a quick roundup of what's happening indoors. But I've got 2 pots of the dill inside, which I've already started harvesting. And makes a nice addition to any meal, nice aniseed, and 1 pot of coriander. So yes, starting the harvest there already. And then here I've got another sowing of rocket. This is about the 3rd sowing, which you can see I've already started cutting. Now the basil is looking better than it did last time, but it looks rough. So I'm just going to have to wait and see what happens there. The coriander, I had the seeds, too many seeds, so I thought, right, give it a try. To me, that's a total loss again. Some more rocket there. And this is a bit of a mixed bag of seed. I can't remember what's in there. So you'll have to excuse because I can't remember what's in there. Yes, there's some dill, but yes, I don't know. But in any case, I'm harvesting rocket. I'm harvesting coriander. I'm harvesting dill. I'm just going to do another sowing of the sprouting peas because I've harvested the lot I had, and I've just had 2 more packs of seeds arrive this morning in the post just now. We've had about quite a few seeds arrived, so I've got 2 more growers packs of the pea shoots 4019. That's 400 grams of seed from Simply Seed. I've got 12 packs of the salad leaf mesclun mixed. Really grows really well. It's cold tolerant. I grow it in the greenhouse. I don't want birds messing all over it. And I'm going to have salad leaves all year. So I've also got here we go. The let me just get this right. There we go. The salad leaf kale red ruble, which is a very nice lettuce type kale. So very happy with that. And there again, it grows all year round. It's cold tolerant and grown in the greenhouse, so that it's protected against, there again, the birds, and stays nice and clean. So let's go outside and see what's going on. Well, I've just come outside and been greeted with a beautiful sky coming up. So the cloud is moving rapidly southeast, the clouds, so hopefully that's what's to come. I don't know if you can see, but the trees out the front of the house are all coming into bud. The buds are splitting, and the leaves of the white poplar, there's a couple of white poplars out there, will be coming into full leaf very soon. You have to excuse if there's noise because they're over in the churchyard over the road, and they're giving the churchyard a good old clean and tidy up. Right, well, let's see what's going on out here now. This is the 10 square foot garden challenge bed, which I'm doing, and that's organised by Chaz at Leighton Road to Self-Sufficiency. So let's see what's going on. Right, well, the perpetual spinach, as you can see, is all sprouting. The beetroot, if I can pick it up, where is it? Yeah, the beetroot is starting to emerge as well. The spring onions in this bed here are starting to come up. Radish always does well, no matter where it is. And the American landcress is coming up. So yeah, very happy. Oh, what we got over here? And over here, this is leeks sown over here. So the garden challenge bed is doing okay. I'm not in it to win prizes, there is no prizes, but or to win. I'm in it just to take part. It's a bit of fun, and for some time I've been thinking to myself, why am I growing in pots all the time? I'm growing in seed trays. Why am I growing in modules? Why not see, as I've started this from scratch this year, why not see if I can get it going in some of the old-fashioned ways? That's what I'm doing. Under here, under the netting, is the carrots and spring onions which I planted. I've got some more. This is carrots only, planted in there under the grass. I did that yesterday. And this is the peas which I planted, and I think they're doing really well. Now the idea is not to have mega early crops. The idea is to see about getting them going easily, the easy way around, which is outside rather than using lots and lots of pots. Now the parsnips, I transplanted a couple of parsnips. Whoops, there's one I see there. Let me see if I can pick it up by hand. There we go. Now here I've got one which has got no one beside it. I'm going to take the little one out because I only want one parsnip in one place, which is where it is now. And this is over the top to keep the birds off, especially the jackdaws. Another lot of parsnips have been sown in here this week. And along here I've put a row of peas, Cowden Wonder. So there we are. Hopefully I'll have a 4-foot row of peas come up there. The onion sets here are okay. Yeah, so I'm in no mad rush for anything. It's take its time, do it the old-fashioned way, see how it goes. And of course the strawberries are all looking fine. Now over here, these I never bothered to take in last night. In here is coriander. There is loads and loads of coriander in there. In here, in this one, is cabbages. There you go, you can see a bit of that one. There you go. So in these, I've got the cabbage, Killerton, greyhound, and the all year round cauliflower. Now they were left out last night. What I did to stop the tops blowing off, I just made a hole, screw hole, and screwed the lids down. That's why I can't have the tops off, because I'm not got a screwdriver with me. So it's, and then at night I just close the vents up so it locks in the temperature. But in the day, leave them open. On a really nice day, if it gets better, and warms up that a little bit more, I'll take the tops off for an hour or two. And the primula is still flowering beautifully. Just take off there's a dead flower. There's a dead flower there somewhere. There it is. If you just pinch out the dead flowers, it keeps the rest of them going. And you can see there's loads of flower on there yet. I'll come back and pinch out a couple more dead ones in a moment. I have planted out 13 Rab 60-day broccoli seedlings, and they're growing away nicely. So as they've been ready, I've been planting them out. So I've got different stages of growth there, and they've got the plastic bottles over the top, so that and they're held in place by a cane, stop them blowing away. And they act as a little mini greenhouse around the broccoli and keep away any frost that might come at night, and help to keep it just that 1 or 2 degrees warmer there for them. And around them I've got the chopped rapeseed straw, and they're tucked away here where the black currants are, and yes, very happy how fast they're growing. Well, I've just potted on 7 more of the Rab 60-day broccoli, and I'm now starting to pot on the sunflowers. Let me bring you round and show you. There you go. Here's the sunflowers, and I'm potting them on now. And this is all part of Linda's challenge. So Linda, if you're watching, there you go. And there again is a challenge. It's a bit of fun, no prizes, but it's just a bit of fun taking part. So I'm putting them on now, and I do them the same as I did the seedlings you saw me pot on earlier in the week. So let me see if I can bring you down a bit, and see if I can aim you down onto them, and I'll have a go at doing some potting up so you can see what I'm doing. It's you have to excuse if I start sneezing, but ever since I had COVID back in, what was that, 2019, I was one of the first people to catch COVID in this area. It's left me with a I call it hay fever. So what I'm going to do now is get a bit of soil into there. I'm going to put this over here so it's out of the way. Right, bit of soil. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Ah, there we go. Get some soil, and then let's cut this out of one of the plugs. There you go. See, it comes out nicely, and pop it in there. Put some compost around, and this is not my John Innes compost I normally like to use. This is a compost which I can't remember. Moreland's is Moreland's general garden compost. I couldn't get over to get my compost I normally use, and that's another one, another sunflower planted up. I've got about another dozen to do, which I'll get on and do and come back to you. I don't know how they're going to grow. Let me take you off of the stand and just show you them, because they were saved seeds. So saved seeds never always do as well as buying some in. As you can see, there's a wide variety of sizes. I shall just keep the bigger ones, the ones that look better, and pot them up, put them in this little mini greenhouse I've got, which if you've been watching my videos, you'll see that I bought this earlier in the year, and it's in the greenhouse. Front door comes down, sips up on either side, and acts as a second greenhouse on cold nights and cold days. Also, I've got fleece, and I've got some more tops to go on the trays. Now, you will see that I was at the garden centre the other day, and I haven't started my main tomatoes off, but they had these Shirley, Moneymaker, Sweet Million, Alicante, 145, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, and Gardener's Delight, I'm thinking to myself, well, let's just go for it. Let's just, you know, get some, save me some sowing. So they're in here as well. Now, the two I'm very happy with are these two. Now these are, I'll put the name on because I always keep forgetting the name. These are the ones, these two are the ones which, if you remember, back in January, I had a couple of tomatoes, a couple of these little cherry tomatoes which weren't doing very well. They weren't doing very well at what they were doing. They were shop bought Tesco's, and the two tomatoes were going off. So I cut them in half, put a half into each pot. So I had 4 pots of the half of a tomato in each pot, and just waited to see what would happen, just as an experiment. And this is what happened. They have grown into healthy looking tomatoes. Now, I've looked these up. Now, there seems to be a bit of controversy whether they're F1 or not F1. I'll go with what the main details say, they're F1, so they're not going to be the same. They're going to be F2, but it's a trial, it's a little challenge to myself. So I'm not going to worry about it. What I get will be a bonus. But what's even more a bonus, look there, since I potted them on, 2 more tomatoes have come, seedlings have come up, and the same here. So the tomato which was at the bottom of these, that half tomato is still producing further tomatoes. So am I going to end up with 6 tomato plants from one shop bought tomato? Let's wait and see. It's a challenge. And then in here, let me take the top off. I planted on some more lavender, some more tomato tumbling tom, tomato garden pearl. Yep. So there's some more seedlings sown. And over here is another sowing of spring onions, which I've done this week. The cosmos is looking good, thyme is growing, and the red ruble kale is doing nicely. And just to finish off a tour of the greenhouse, this is red ruble kale to follow that one on. This time I've done a big sowing. Now this is done in our washing up bowl. Our washing up bowl, which was cleaned, made sure it was nice and clean, no signs of any chemicals left from washing up or using it around the garden, because it's been used around the garden for the last year. And in here, yes, more radishes. So I've got a successional ground. I've got radishes outside, I've got radishes here, but so I've got 3 stages. I've got this tray of radishes, I've got the radishes in the 12-foot square bed, and radishes here. With the kale red rhubarb, I've got the first sowing there, second sowing, and then I've got the mesclun mixed seed there. The majority of your compost is going to go, for reuse. All the compost in the potato bags, all the compost in any large pots, once that crop is finished, once these crops here are finished, the radish, the spring onions in the bowls, the kale, red rhubarb, that will be emptied out, revitalised with some bloodfish and bone, put back in, resown again. Keep the cycle going, try and keep the cost down. Because this year, as I've said it previously, is my first year of actually growing in the garden, and as you'll see if you go back, I've had to literally restyle, is the word, this half of the garden, this bottom half of the garden, move the greenhouse to give me a bit more room at the back here, so that instead of having a patio area over by the path that goes up the garden opposite the shed, I've got a patio area in front of the lounge windows. So it all had to be rejigged. It's not a big growing area out there, but it's enough. Everything I'm planting has been planned in my mind and on paper, so that it's going to work. Potato bags are all on the area of the garden, which I can't grow anything in any case because of the tree roots from the 2 big silver birches. The first year of trying to become as self-sufficient as possible with veg can be the most expensive. I say can be because it depends on how you're doing it. It depends on if you've got any homemade compost you can use. It depends on how you're sowing your plants, whether you're buying your plants in. It depends on how much you're growing. Me, because I'm going to be growing and sowing constantly throughout the year, the first few months are expensive. I'm buying in a lot of compost. I need good compost to put into the containers for the carrots and the parsnips, because I'm not growing them in the ground, and also for the potato bags. I just haven't got the room to grow potatoes in the ground here. The only good soil I've got is this small section here, and that's got the broad beans at the moment. It's got the Rab 60 days sprouting broccoli in. As it recycles, those crops finish and come out, other crops are going in. Also, I'll be interplanting crops in amongst them, so that it's a case of weaving a fine balance between what you can grow beside each other. As you know, in the tomato hanging basket, in the strawberry hanging baskets, I've got on a couple of occasions 2 onions, which is quite good because it's well drained, but the onions help to keep pests away from the strawberries. Same with the carrots. With the carrots, spring onions help to stop carrot fly, carrots help to stop the onion beetle. So try and work as much as possible with interplanting, with companion planting. The flowers I'm growing, Anthurium, Cosmos, they're there to bring in the pollinators. In with the pollinators will come predatory insects. As you've seen, the young monkey puzzle tree I've got there, when that went in, it was 2 foot. It's been a couple of years now, but now it's already, you know, coming up for 4.5, 5 foot in height. That this year was laden with ladybirds, still is laden with ladybirds. They seem to come out in the day, then go back there at night. It's as if they've got a homing signal. They know that it's an area where they can nestle right into those sharp, spiky leaves, and they're protected from frost. So it's a good symbiosis, a good combination. Right, I'm going to go and water these, and then I'll show you about the peas. Well, as things go, I've got to get this camera sorted out. I turned it on to video me doing these peas, these sprouting peas, and it must have turned itself straight off because it hasn't recorded anything. So, sprouting pea 4019 all year round, and I'll be growing them all year round, and the way I can do that is from March through till September I can grow them outside. From October through to the end of February I'll grow them inside. If the ones in September need going inside, I'll put them inside. So it's all swings and roundabouts. I could grow them all inside, on the windowsill, or even just on the table where they just get the light coming from the window but not direct light, and they'll be fine. But come this time of year now, March, I want to grow outside as much as possible in the greenhouse. As I've said, all the cutting greens are going to be grown in the greenhouse, where I can control what happens to them. Make sure birds don't get them, birds don't pull them up, birds don't, especially, they don't poop all over them. So all my sprouting veg are inside. They'll be grown inside on the windows. At the moment on the windowsill on there, yeah, it's got a few things in there, but sprouting seeds will always be indoors. These will be outside, say March till end of September. Any case, let me aim you down and see if we don't lose you this time. I think you can see the tray there, yep. Okay, so peas. I put peas in thinking that the camera was filming, just checking it's still filming. Yep, and you don't want them all sort of falling all over each other, but they don't need to be a full cover. There's plenty of seeds in here to give me a good crop. Now, press them in lightly and then cover them over. Now, with peas, you don't have to worry too much about how much compost you use. It can never be too much unless you're burying them in the ground outside. But this tray is about just over half full. I'm now going to fill it up to the top. This Westmoreland is giving me a bit of grief because there's a lot of bits of rubbish in there, plants wise, and such, which I'm having to pull out. So I will go back to travelling to get my grow more John Innes 1, 2 and 3 compost and seedling compost again. So it's, I don't really want all this bits of branches in amongst here. So that's them done. Now the same as the masculine, they will be, I'll label them up and then get one of these over the top so that they can sit in here. These keep the moisture in the soil and just keep it a couple of degrees warmer, and will help to get them germinating. So I'll come back to you in a second. This is the second sowing of peas. These are Calved Wonder, and I'm making a 4-foot bed, a 4-foot row here, just using a trowel to ease the soil back and making a channel as wide as the trowel. It's only about an inch deep at the most. And as you can see, I'm sowing the peas. I'm sowing them quite thick because it's going to be the old adage of one for the birds, you know, one to fowl, and so on. The jackdaws, I know, will basically, as soon as they start coming through, they'll start having a go. And I might get the mice and the voles, which are in the garden, having a go at them too. So I just want to make sure that I do get some out of a packet. Cover them over, give them a good firm down. And then I've saved up the deciduous heads cuttings rather than shred them, and I put them along there. They are up to a height of 3 feet, which should be high enough for the peas to climb up. And once I've finished there, I'll give them a good water. Well, that was just a quick sort of roundup for the week. It's been a bit of a busy week yet again. It's been up and down. Weather's been up and down. It's 1 minute sunny, 1 minute cloudy, the next minute raining, the next minute warm, the next minute cold. All over the place. Are we going to get the cold weather that's forecast? Not according to the get it right in a minute, to the Met Office. On the Met Office site, it doesn't say we're going to get snow. It doesn't say we're going to get freezing cold temperatures. Who knows? We'll wait and see. Long range weather forecasts are not 100% foolproof. But I'm going to end this video for now. Coming this week will be the I'll be decanting the blueberry gin, giving that a quick taste to see what it tastes like. That'll be a video on its own. I'll also be doing a video of making some more of the marmalade using the cans you can buy in the stores. And if I can find them, I'll be doing some orange rind into that mix from organic oranges. It's where I am in North Shropshire. It seems very hard finding organic food, so very difficult. But if I can find some, I will put that in as well. So that's 2 videos. There'll be a video concerning the quail as well. I am on the lookout for some more quail, so if you're not a million miles away and you do have quail and you have some for sale, do add it in the comments, and we'll get in touch. Right, so for now, keep safe, keep well, and I'll catch you later on in the week. Thanks for watching.